Some of the viewers watching Sailing Aquarius have commented, and some emphatically, that we're complaining too much. I don't think we do, but they're right. We have no business complaining, because most days are just beautiful, bright, sunny days, sailing Aquarius through the fresh ocean breeze. And I didn't even mention the sunsets. Oh my God, the sunsets. And that's topped off by guests aboard Aquarius.
It's really exciting to be on Aquarius here in Auckland, West Haven Marina. It's great to see you here. Yeah.
But that's not what this video is about. Z makes those videos. So we woke up this morning to find this in our engine room. You see, some days start out like this. So I'm not complaining. We had the spares aboard, and we had it fixed in a couple hours. I changed the belts, and I had to take apart the regulator and clean all the contacts before the 24-volt alternator worked again. And I don't think I can complain about the MPMA shipping company's launch that ran into us one morning at 8 a.m. My alarm didn't go off that morning, and I should thank them for the wake-up. But I was a little concerned when I heard from MPMA management that that was their best captain. And I'd never complain about some hot tea spilt on poor little Z.
Are you gonna be okay? I hope so.
And I really can't complain about blowing out my ballooner, though it did kind of suck. But in reality, the ballooner was 17 years old, been around the world, and Jimp used it a lot. Though I would say I wish it happened during the day. So we got a new one from Q-Sail, and we are very happy with it. But I do think this guy has some right to complain. You see, sometimes shit happens on a boat. Your anchor drags and you end up like this. But there's some cool shit that happens too. Like geckos from the Matrix. Now that's some badass ship.
What's his name?
And back to the Matrix for you, pal. What comes from the Matrix stays in the Matrix. But you want to see some really cool ship? Watch this.
Oh wait! Oh baby, you have to stop! Right there! Shit! Oh my God!
Now that whale just stopped by to say goodbye, just outside Malpede. And there he is again. We even get to watch some funny ship. Watch this. In just a few minutes, they had that thing up and going again, sailed away. The rest of the video is about this oh ship moment.
You've done. Let's see if there's any water in there.
Oh yeah, there's some water in there. What I want to show you in this video is what happens behind the scenes after one of these oh ship moments. Because sometimes an oh ship moment ends up being hours or days worth of work.
So we took our bow thrust route. You can see up in the hole, and here's our bow thruster here. There's a bunch of screws around here, and we've already taken those out. And then you come on this, you can see there's a little bit of a hairline crack in there, but we need to get this off. comes off. And now you can see we've got a major leak in this seal. Now you can see where the screws are, and they're very, very, very tough to find. We had to grind this all down, and we even ground down the other side. Oh, gotta get this thing apart. All the drawings didn't state exactly how everything was. I thought there was only 2 screws. There's 4, and they're completely covered with, you know, some type of fiberglass or something. Oh, there we go. All right, babe, I got it.
How did you pull it out?
Ooh, that's another problem. That bolt.
What is another
Oh.
problem?
This bolt was out, that's why. Because this bolt was coming loose.
Show me.
So that has to be replaced. Looks like almost all of this can be cleaned up.
Yikes.
No, it looks actually pretty good, actually. Uh-oh. So the shaft is usually in this way. You turn it around and then push it down, and then what you do is you tap with a hammer and it pops these pieces out. Now we're going to get everything cleaned up and get it ready to put back together. Engineering pipe and tube.
We were told they do a good job at engineering pipe and tube. Seemed like nice guys, so let's go in and meet them.
Mike, how you doing?
Good mate.
So you're going to help us out with our bearings. And Troy, this man is going to
G'day.
be the man that does it.
Yep, that's the one. Let's hope they can fix it up for us.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, my checks they all abound. My landlord thinks a problem, a rent being overdue.
Alright, so before we can press that on, we've got to figure out exactly where those holes are for this, because that's got to press right in.
I'll give this a clean. Are you replacing the bearing off here as well?
That bearing replaced too.
Yeah, all right.
So we got to pull that bearing off
Yeah.
somehow too.
Good at the end of the day. I've loaned on my possessions on all that I can claim. I ain't got a single penny to my name. My neighbor says he's bothered by what I cannot see.
I'll give that a quick wash and then he'll measure up the holes. So yeah, she knows.
But at the end of the day, the end of the day, so that matters all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day.
Perfecto.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, so that matters all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day.
guys actually make these too? Could you actually make a part like that? But you could have it made?
Yep, we can make all the blank and everything, and then just have to get the gears cut in Auckland.
And how long would that take if I had to do that?
If we machine the blank up, it'll probably be a week in Auckland, return back.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, my checks they all abound. A landlord thinks a problem, a rent being overdue. What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. I've loaned on my possessions and all that I can claim. I ain't got a single.
So here's our bow thruster, and we're going to try to get it put together today. So there's the bow thruster. You saw when we got these pressed, new bearings pressed in, and they built this up. So that's all done now. And if we didn't have to change the bearings, we wouldn't have done any of that. But and also there was a little bit of rust on the shaft, and we took that off and we treated it with inside this is Corrosion X. So we're going to try to put this together and show you every step of the way. Here's all the tools we're needing, and if I need any more, then I'll clue us in. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to put this into here. And I can see the end right here. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this piece put on and then back it in to the hole. We almost forgot we have to put the washer on first. Now it goes in.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. At the
So I think it's lined up now, but it's not all the way in. So let's try to get it punched together.
it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
Got this new bolt and the old washer. We're going to try to... What we're going to do is we're going to put some Loctite on that thread because it came undone last time. Alright, so now I'm going to put this bolt on here. Wrench. Alright, so now we got that in there. So with the plastic hammer, we got the end down in. You can see it's pretty much flush now with this side up here, which is right. So you can see it's almost flush. So now we got this part, and this goes through this hole. Except I want to put grease. I want to put grease all the way around it. Take grease and put it on the inside. Put it on the outside. So you can see we've got the top on now. Now we're just going to put this hex screw in. Okay, we're done with step one. Now we've got the end done. That's what it looks like on the inside. So here's the piece, and actually this part Jimp left a spare one, and so we're putting the new one in because it had a problem right in here, right where this one here, this seal, it rubbed right up along right here, and there was an indentation which let all the oil out. So now this one is new. We put in a brand new seal, and we made sure that we lubed it up really good on the inside. So you can see that that's completely engulfed in grease, which is marine grease, waterproof grease. So now we're going to put it together, and all we have to do is put this one down in there with this little top, and we actually got a new O-ring for this part here, which is a cap. So we'll put our O-ring on. And we're going to put this thing together. And this part goes into here, just like that. And then this part will go right down in like that. So you got to note where the location of these 4 holes are, because those 4 holes are going to be completely covered up once it's all done, and then painted over. And if you have to take yours apart, you have to dig those holes out. Okay, that all looks all right. Still looks pretty good. That looks good. So I want to make sure that I don't get any of this stuff in the holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put a bead just around the top. So we're going to make sure our holes are very clean, because the last time we had some problems getting the screws in. So now we're going to push this thing in, and we should see the screw holes perfectly. This time clean up my mess right away. So now we're going to try to start these screws, and they should just go right in. We're not going to tighten them up until we have all our screws almost in. So I smoothed the stuff out as much as I could, and that should dry really hard, and both sides, of course. You gotta make sure you see both sides, because don't forget both sides. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fit that gasket in there. So we're gonna put a little bit of gasket sealant in there. It is rumored that one of the AMELs sank because this gasket came off, or this seal came off, and water started seeping in there, and the boat sank. So what AMEL said to do was put a washer and a screw in two sides to make sure that this washer never comes out. Okay, you can see now we've got the gasket material. This is from AMEL, and we've got the seal inside, brand new. We put the screws in, and then we put this on here because the bow thruster is going to come up in here, and then we're going to push it up into this area here, and then try to get a couple of these screws in. And that's what's difficult, is getting those screws in. And we'll also put a little bit of grease inside the shaft when it goes in, to make sure that we don't get any rust up there. So let's do that. So now we just have to get the propeller put on. Now we're going to put just a little bit of grease in here. And we'll grease up the top a little bit. She is ready to go on. And then we'll paint it after. We still haven't painted it yet, but we're going to paint it on. Okay, take it down. Okay, now take it up. All right, she looks good.
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.